Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you so much. Let me first do my advertisement stuff. Y'all, I got everything you sent me. Raymond Jan got it. I got the hat. I got everything. I got towels. I've got the golf towel. I've got the towel here. I don't understand golf towels because they don't really wipe any sweat off. It's nice to have. And I got the clip. I guess you clip it in a goatee and clip it in my shirt. I haven't figured out to do the clip yet because I don't play that much golf, but I have it and I will clip it on. I'm more of a safari towel man. Though you know me, this is the towel I usually carry with me. This is the towel I will have. It makes you a, I'm telling you something about that towel because we're talking about finances. That towel makes you better with your money because before you spend money, I see this towel and I go, oh man, almost brings me back. This is like you see that little spinner that with people with ADHD? This is like my spinner. I pull this towel. I said, "Ooh, do I really want to buy this?" And I take this towel out and I put the towel. I said, "I really want to buy this. I thought I want to buy this." So I want to say thank y'all, man. I think it's just so incredible what you guys are talking about. I mean, I feel y'all was so serious and so deep. I was scared to really come up in here. I really was scared to come up in here. But I learned so much, man. What you were talking about, everybody. So I got the names, Reverend DeFore. I got Reverend DeForest up there. I got JP Julian. I got Shelly. Y'all were just so sharp talking about everything with wealth because it is true. We is broke. We is broke as a people, and we proud of our brokenness. As a matter of fact, in our community, we like to brag. We like to get into bragging fights about who was the brokest and who was the poorest and who had the worst school and who has the less. And that's how you win. Those with the least win like, man, I was more broke than you. No, man, I was more broke than you. No, man, I don't go to school. I went to school less than you. So we do have to get out of that mindset. So I'm so glad that you guys are talking about that. I'm so glad I can come on here. I want to take George Nichols brought me in here as a consultant. A lot of people think I come on as a comedian, but I'm glad I was brought on as a consultant to help with your financial consulting, because sometimes it's a sensitive thing to talk to black people about money. You go to their house and whoa, 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 whoa. There's kids in the room. We can't talk about money with kids in the room. We can't give these kids a chance to learn about money. So the things you learn about money in the black household is money don't grow on trees. I remember the worst beatings I got was like, well, Daddy, where the money grow? And I had to ask that question again, where the money grows. So it's time to have an open conversation. This COVID has really been good for us as far as, okay, you living slim as hell, you're getting a stimulus check, but you know what's crazy? Some people are surviving off the stimulus check, realizing, wait a minute, I'm making it off this, what, $600, $1,200 a week? We're making it, I'm okay, but I couldn't make it off $100,000 a year. I could make it off of $40,000 a year. So maybe all that stuff you were getting and maybe other stuff you're getting your kids. I want to tell you about my dad. My dad never made the mistake of telling me, boy, I wish I could give you everything. He said, no, I don't wish to give you everything. I'm going to wish to give you enough so you go get the rest yourself. And I thought that was cruel. And as I got older and I was making money, I said, Dad, I got it because I ain't going to get you nothing either. No, I'm playing. I bought my dad everything. My dad was my best friend, my mom, and everything they learned, those lessons they taught me, like, he said, boy, if I give you everything, what you going to shoot for? And you got to figure this out. So right now, if y'all got any questions, I would like to help people how to talk to your clients about money, what to do with money, how to help folks with the money, how to get in people about money. Because you know what, I've made enough mistakes. Sometimes when you make enough mistakes with money, you finally have to sit down. Like, look, say if you get overweight and you gain 60 pounds during COVID, 50 pounds, whatever, you realize there's some point I'm not buying a bigger shirt. This is the last big shirt I'm buying. I got to lose weight. Well, there's something that you can do with money. You can say, you know, this is the last time I'm going to be broke. This is the last time I'm going to be begging. This is the last time I'm going to figure my money out. You don't have to say, I wasn't born that way. I'm not financial. That's not what I do. Nobody's born that way. No one is born that way. You learn it. Although there's some cheap people. I ain't going to lie. I think those people are born that way. There's some people that I knew growing up. I knew they was going to have money because you would go somewhere and they never use your money. Their money. They go, hey, man, can I borrow $5? Man, you got $5. I know, but can I borrow yours? And that's a lesson in life too, how to use other people's money, not Trump's book. We ain't talking about that book because that's a dumb book. But I'm talking about using other people's money. So if y'all got any questions, Taylor, if you got to give me some questions with these people, I will help them. I will help them as much as I can with the time I have. I mean, I wish I had more time with y'all, but I got nowhere to go. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But you have to act like you have somewhere to go. You have to practice acting like you got somewhere to go, or you will have nowhere to go after COVID. So every now and then, just tell your family, look, I got somewhere to go. I got somewhere to go, and get in your car and just drive down the street and park and just read or something and come back. So if we got any questions for people, if not, I got comedy. No, okay, you know what you can find out? Those who ain't funny ain't gonna be working. Right now, we're separating the wheat from the chaff. I'm telling you, we are separating the wheat. You're about to find out who is truly funny, and there's some peripheral funny people, and you're gonna have to be able to dance around talking about protesting. You're gonna be able to dance around talking about racism. You're gonna be dancing around talking about everything. My life, I'm lucky. I talk trash. I don't care what it is. I'm not gonna worry about your feelings. Oh man, hey, I'm anxious, or I got ADHD. I got it too. I got bipolar. I think I got it too. So we're not gonna do that game. So I'm able to talk about it and still be funny. But when you go home, go like, wait a minute. Wow, that was kind of serious. So right now, everybody's scared because performing, just not comedy, music, everything. We thought we were essential. I guess we're not. So what we're trying to figure out is how do you get back on stage, because you got to be around people. Even this is cool. I like doing the virtual thing. I don't mind technology. I need people. I need to hear people breathing. I like to look in people's eyes. I'm a human being that needs that interconnection. So what I do sometimes, I've been driving around doing comedy. I drive by with my windows down. If I see a group of people like outside Costco, I just pull up and start doing stand up until they call the police, and then I go. But that keeps me in shape. It keeps me quick. It shows me where the shortcuts are at. You know, I don't keep the tags on my car. I take the tags off my car. That's another thing. You got to learn how to adapt out here. Take your tags off your car if you're going to be doing stupid stuff, all right? Okay? That's another piece of advice. What else we got, Taylor? What's my definition of money? Like money or wealth? Give me it. What do I call money, or do I call wealth, or do I call... Okay, my definition of money is when you reach in your pocket, there's something in there. When I need to buy a sandwich, it can come out my pocket. My definition of money, if I reach in and there's nothing in there, we can use code word funds, some moolah, some Benjamins. So we dance around what it is. Now, when we say money, what's having big money? Big money is when my money can make money. Big money is when I don't have to touch my little money and my big money makes money. My definition of money is when COVID comes, you go like, who can I help? See, when you got money, when COVID comes, you go, let me call my boy up because I don't know if he's doing too well. Let me see if I can help him. Because you know what? You plan for a rainy day. You know, everybody said, have that 6 month out money, have that 5 months out money. That used to be the standard, but I think it's got to be bigger than that. Because 5 months went by on us, didn't it? This COVID, if you had enough money to live for 5 or 6 months, well, we're broke again because that money's gone. So money is, it's okay in the Bible. I'm a preacher's kid. The money is the root of all evil. I don't believe that. I think it's the love of money. I think it's the worship of money, because even the worship of money doesn't mean you're going to have money. It just means you're worshiping a God that doesn't exist. Money makes things nice. Now black folks like to go like this. I'd rather be happy to have money. Well, usually when you have money, you ain't happy. I'm just going to be honest with you here. When people see people with money, they try to go off like this. You know what? They might be rich in their big house, but we don't know what's going on in their house. I know what's going on. Their heat and their lights and food in the refrigerator. So don't ask me. Don't say stupid stuff because somebody has money you don't. If you dislike people with money, you'll never get your money. If you dislike people because they saved money, you'll never get money. You got to have a better relationship. Let me equate. Money is like a relationship if you're dating a man or woman. Good money is I got somebody I can depend on. That's good money. Good date. Remember, same thing? But when you date somebody ain't good for you because they look good, they pretty, that's going to be gone. That money be gone. That's a credit card that gets canceled. Yes, you dated the wrong person, all right? So good money is like a good date. It's always going to be there because you treat it right. You got to treat your money with respect. The worst thing you can do, the worst thing ever happened to us? When my youngest daughter went to college, this country was giving away credit cards to the most irresponsible age group in the world. They sit those little booths. I was like Jesus in the courtyard. I was overturning tables. You ain't give my daughter a credit card. I told my daughter, I'll pay for your college. I'll pay even for a couple mess ups. If you get a credit card, I will not pay that debt off ever. You will carry that debt the rest of your life. I will not, because that's a choice. Those credit cards, they get those kids some, they get an amount, a credit amount that sometimes the parent can't get. How you gonna give my broke child a high credit limit? Like I'm gonna pay it. See, that's what they did. They jacked the parents up by giving the kids credit. But then you're in college, where they tell you it's your child's time to be an adult. You can't go in the room when they pick their classes. You cannot be a part of the life. I said, well, if she writes you a check, then that's a miracle, because that's who's going to be paying for this if I can't go in this room, or at least stand at the door and crack the door and see if y'all saying something stupid to her. You know, that's just my belief on the system, talking stupid like that. So, like the OJs, money, 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 money. Got to have it. I need it. It's not really being greedy. You have to have money to make it. I don't know how much you need to have. I don't know what your financial goals are. Well, I don't know what rich is even to you, because sometimes rich is like you can pay, make your house payment. You like what you live, where you live. You're happy with the car you have, and that's the best relationship you can have. Is, you know what, wanting what you have and getting what you want is an art form. Wanting what you have and getting what you want, which means I'm happy with this, but I still got goals. I can live with this, but we always live like, oh, when my income tax check come, look, the income tax check is like just magic money. You know, you ain't getting but $1,000 back. Man, my income tax check come, I'm gonna get a pool heater, and I think I'm gonna upgrade my car, and I'm gonna re-roof that. Dude, you get that much money, you don't need income tax check. You paying way too much in taxes. All right, way too much. Next question.
There wasn't any cup there. Sinbad.
3 most important things you need to do. Okay, I'm gonna give you the top 3. I'm gonna write this down. Top 3, man. I'm glad you asked that.
This is the conference for African American professionals. He's doing the lunch break.
First thing you do, you win the lottery. You're sitting there with
you
got your lottery ticket, right? You're sitting there, sit with your family. You got to learn this technique here. You gotta act like you didn't win. You're like, oh shoot, and you say, I'm going to 7-Eleven, never come back. Okay, that's the first thing you do, because if you let them know you won the lottery, every lottery winner loses their money. They've got to show almost 99% of lottery winners lose their money, because you know what? Because family thinks it's their money too. Now, I'm not saying you can't take care of your family. First thing you do when you start making money, realize you're not the bank. You're not the bank. You know, like if you watch any NBA documentary, when somebody goes pro, what's the family say? We made it. We made it. Your mama, yes. Your daddy, yes. Brothers and sisters, we're going to get them in here somehow. But we got to look at it. That's not evil. The key is, let me help you help yourself. Let me help you. I'll help you get a car so you can drive to work. How about that? I'm going to help you get a car. And I had to learn sometimes you can cripple people by giving them too much. You know, you can cripple people by giving too much. And that's not love. Love means I help you take care of yourself so you have some respect for yourself. So first thing you get some money, realize it's never as much as you thought it was. First thing you get some money, probably the best thing to do is act like you did get some money and keep living like you've been living for the last year. That's the best piece of advice somebody gave me. Somebody said to me, man, would you want to make an extra $100,000 a year, or would you want to save $100,000 a year? And save it, because if you make an extra $100,000 a year, you'll find a way to spend $90,000 of that. So you only made $10,000. So you got to take that money and act like you never got it. Second thing to do with the money, man, get yourself some financial planning. Get you, because you, as smart as you are, money is tricky. And then what's even trickier, it's like you guys, I'm glad at the conference of African American financial professionals. There's a lot of people that say they're financial people and they're not. You got a lot of people say, look, man, I can help you with that money. Check them out. If a person's legit, they will let you check them out. They will welcome you, check them out. This is what I do. Look what I did for these people. That's what you do. If you get hit by a car, you want an insurance person, you found out who got somebody. Larry David got me $400,000. Yeah, I might give him a call. He looks like he knows what he's doing. That's the next thing. And the third thing you do is live your life, man, and have some joy. Do the things that bring you joy, but don't waste time on things that don't bring you joy. I found one of the best things to do was not to have a credit card in your pocket. Don't memorize the number. See, when you memorize the number, it's the same as having a credit card. If you go somewhere without a credit card and you just keep cash in your pocket, if you ain't got enough money to buy that thing you were in the store, if you got to go back home to get the money, you know, you go like, you know what, I ain't want it. Sometimes there's the things that just instantly gratifying. If you don't have the way to go get it, you'll usually just walk away. Because there's something you really want. You got to go back home and get that and go back. That's something you really want, you know. And I add another thing. When you buy something, get rid of something. Like myself, I'm going to do it right now during COVID. I got storage. I ain't been in there in 3-4 years. I got a storage facility, and I'm not. I pay for it, but I haven't been to the storage facility in about 3 or 4 years. If I haven't seen what's in there in 4 years, man, best thing to do is go to the storage facility, have somebody bring a truck right behind you, chuck all that stuff, you know, and you can use a storage facility as a man cave. Don't let your wife know you still got it. Put a couch in there, a TV and stuff, and go to the storage facility and hang out by yourself. Get a fan. I mean, these are just other techniques other people won't talk about. I've got a storage facility. That's my house. That's my house. I need a place called my house. I put my own carpet down. I got my own furniture. I got my own chairs, stuff that I like. All right. I hope that helped. Next question. Worst financial mistake I ever made in my life was I was paying my taxes, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get another movie. I'm going to take this money I was going to pay taxes with, and I'm going to go ahead and do some other things. I'm going to invest in this production company. I'm going to invest, try to make this movie, and I'm going to rob Peter and pay Paul, and I'm going to come back on the back end and cover that. Well, things happen. Movie didn't happen. A couple other things didn't happen. And I was sitting there with my hat in my hand. I said, I messed up. And when I messed up, what I should have done was jump right on it. Forget what people think about me. Forget what they think about. Say, hey man, let me get rid of one of these cars. Let me get back to where I am. Let me get back to square one, and then move on from there. Because then all that money's my money. I'd rather pay off my debts, take care of people. But I was blessed. I was blessed. There was a, you know, he's my cat, man, a black tax man. Now the cool thing is, if you're going to get a tax lawyer, find somebody who used to be an IRS agent. Here's the secret. My tax lawyer was an ex-IRS agent. Don, man, Don is the cat. He saved me. He showed me. He said, dude, let me show you what you got to do. This is what you have to do. And then I learned something with money. Everything's not black and white. You got to learn the rules of it. I learned the rules of how rich, even if you're broke, start studying about how rich people live. It's a different set of rules that's open to everybody. We think there's some magic. Early in my career, I learned there's different rules. Don Stabler is his name. I'm going to put that out there for y'all. Don Stabler is a wizard. He showed me the rules of life. How everything works, how things work with money, how you do this, how you pay this, how you put yourself, pay off quarterly. I should have just paid when you get paid cash and they ain't taking money out, you've never used to not have somebody take your money out, pay that money quarterly. And if you don't pay it quarterly, put it in the bank so you get some interest on it, so you're still making money on your money. And then at the end of the year, when you pay it off, you get money because you saved it. That's the mistake I made.
I don't want to be skimpy.
Well, that's what I was saying. If we got the fresh fish one where it's not fried.
My family. Best investment with my family. My family worked with me. My family was.
Maybe get a side.
Yes, it was. My brother was.
Tenderloin.
That's it. But the best one I ever made was my family. When I say that, my brother was my manager. My sister was my VP of development. My other sister was working as my PR person, and I was going to go to a gig. And I'm as crazy as that sound, I'm religious. I believe in God. He's my man. I don't say him as some. I don't just go to church. This is my cat because he knows I talk crazy in a car to him like, look, I need to know if I'm gonna turn left or right now. You gotta tell me. There was a building. I was gonna go on the road, and I saw this building. I said, you know what? That's gonna be my office. I got out. I touched it. I went to do the gig. I came back, and I invested in that building. And we did the bulk of the stuff that you saw in my career. We did it out of that building. My family working at, and I'm gonna I had 21 phone lines running through there. I had a Macintosh network. Man, people would come by. I know they didn't come by to see me. They came by to see the building because they're trying to figure out what we're doing. I said, look, man, I'm gonna tell you how to do this. I took some money and invested in this, and we were able to find a place to do the things that we wanted to do. You know, and now I'll be honest with you. For the future, I'm looking for my next great move. There are so many things I want to do. There are so many businesses I want to start, and you get caught up in the daily grind of living and being on the road. This COVID has showed me, COVID is not a bad thing if you use this right. I got a grandson that's 5 months old. I'm watching him grow up. I'm here every day. I'm not on the road. I'm thinking about, hey man, what do I really want to do with the rest of my life? If you come out of COVID and say, man, I can't wait till this is over so I can go back. If you go back the exact way that you came into this, it didn't work for you. It was a waste of time. It was a wasted lesson. So I'm looking at, man, I'm looking at how the money I lost for these last 6 months, but it didn't kill me. You know what I'm saying? It didn't kill me. It's how you look at money. It didn't kill me. I said, I'm gonna be all right in this future. So next question. Well, you stay humble. God keep you humble. Humble ain't got nothing to do with me. Because if I start feeling myself, he said, let's take you down a different path real quick. And then I get on my knees. Okay, I'm sorry. It wasn't me. It was you. My bad. It's a boy that humbling. The humbling prayer ain't like the wealth prayer. The wealth prayer, you are the great. When you try to make money, Lord, you are the best. You're the alpha, the maker. You are the keeper. Then you start making money, your prayer gets short. You know what? You know what I feel, God. You the main God. You number one. And he said, oh, he ain't listening. And then you get humble again. I lost myself, but now I know I am not anybody. It's not about me. So I'm humble. My mother and father were humble. I'll never be as great as them. My mother and father did so much with everybody. My dad's preaching. My dad, everybody else, doctors, lawyers, pimps, hustlers. He looked at all people the same. That people needed help, man. So I look at, how can you trip? Because none of this belongs to me. I didn't teach myself how to be a comedian. I got a gift. If you can sing, I want to sing. I'm still kind of pissed at God at that. I want to sing. So I got the short. He made me funny. I said, funny? Kind of I had to learn later. Oh, that's cool too. But I want to sing. Then I look at being relevant and doing what I do. I said, I love life. I love what I do. As angry as I can get, as angry, I had to learn walk that line. You can be a peaceful warrior. A peaceful warrior, like John Lewis said, you got to get in good trouble. I'm not going to let my anger at the world make me not enjoy life. And that's the hardest thing to do. I can still be a warrior. I can still be pissed at injustice, but I can still have fun, and I can still listen to music, and I can still enjoy life. And I will not let somebody steal my joy. Ain't going to let that happen. Plus, I got ADHD. I forget what you did anyway, so it ain't going to last long. Longevity, I'm raised on the greatest. When everything that came before me, you look at all that generation before me, I said they were beasts. They could do it all, sing, dance, act right, be political. I said, so we're raised, I say, as babies on the greatest that I've ever seen. So to me, the key to longevity is know who you are, be able to mutate, don't change to go with the time, but change enough that you're relevant. That's an art form. How do I still maintain me, but be relevant at the same time? And I'm always listening and watch. I watch young people. Young people keep you young. I'm not one of those old guys. Man, I hate that young comic. Well, there's two of them. I'm not gonna say their name, but I spend my life. I spend my life looking at how can I keep improving. You gotta look at my man LeBron James. I gotta bring him up. I love LeBron James. He's 35. You can talk all the trash you want. That brother keeps mutating. That brother, he doesn't know how long he's going to be in the game. He just keeps saying, well, because he was on a record run this year. He was on a record run before COVID, man. So I look at it, you can maintain yourself if you keep yourself sharp. I control the things I can control. I don't worry about the things I can't control. I can't worry about the things I can't do anymore. Let me find a new thing. I'm not going, oh, man, y'all should have seen me in 96. Ooh, I said, well, they weren't even born then, so they didn't want to hear that. I said, let me keep finding a way. And the main thing is, like I said before, I love what I do. I love this. I love this. I don't think I could have been a financial planner because that's serious, and you got to sit inside. I notice a lot of y'all sit inside and stuff, and it's those numbers, accounting. See, my wife, accountant, bookkeeper, she does all that stuff. But man, you need somebody like that. When you're like us, I read an article once about ADHD. It says, do you want to be broke the rest of your life? And it costs what? Because when you have ADHD, you're impulsive. You just do things. Even when you think it's a good thing to help people, I had to learn, okay, I got to find people better than me to look at this stuff because maybe that's the one thing I can't do, I might not be able to do that. So longevity, just keep doing what you do. Keep mutating. Always look for new stuff. Get out your box. Quit going to the same place to eat. Quit going to the same place and these my friends and this and that. I said, man, find a new friend. Find something new to do. Turn right instead of going left all the time. Take a new path. You might learn something. Oh man, that number is a pathetic number. It's a pitiful number. And here's why. We've been taught as black entertainers that a black entertainer can't get you where you're going. My brother's black. He's my brother, my sister. But I found out though, when you have black representation, they do look at you different in this game. They make the game a little harder for you because they don't know that person representing you. That's not a face we know. That's not a face we know. Um, we talk about black money. Now, it's a small number of people because you have to search it out. Here's the thing when you're looking for black representation, you got to look for it. You have to take some time. You have to do some research. Like everybody's looking for Black Lives Matter. Let's find black owned. Well, dude, black owned been there forever. You just now figuring out how to look up for a black company. And sometimes, yes, you might have to drive a little further. And sometimes it might be just a little bit inconvenient. But it's that's the only way we get ahead. I look at the Jewish community, man. They're the best at taking care of themselves. They're the best at, hey, man, let me help you get started in business. Let me teach you about business. I look at the Asian communities, man. When they come over to America and they got their own communities, they say, look, we're going to take care of each other. Let me help you get your own building. Let me help you get your own place. Let me help you start in business. We sometimes like to do this. Ha, I got more than you. And we got to stop that, man. So, I'm hoping because of this COVID, I'm hoping because of everybody saying Black Lives Matter. We know sometimes it's a residual effect and it starts to leave. I'm hoping people will keep this up. I hope people will become more aware. And we have to talk about it. Entertainers that have a black accountant or black representative or black financial planner say, hey, man, this is the guy or woman I use. You need to look at this person. He's good. My man, Don Stabler, has saved more people. I've called people, you about to lose your house. About to lose your house, you better call my man. I mean, they sing his praises. They sing his praises because you've got to get the word out on what somebody can do. And I'm hoping that, because I can't guarantee it because we're not trained that way. We're not trained. We're so quick. Hey, man, you need the man. You got to have man. We even used to say thing, man, you got to have a white man in your pocket. You got to have a white man in your pocket. If you want to make it, I said, well, how about this? I did a couple shows where it's an old technique. I have a group with me, but I hired a white cat that wasn't even with us. It's like the movie The Banker. He wasn't even with us, but we brought him into meetings because it made everybody comfortable, but it was still us that was going forward and doing our thing. So whatever you got to do to make this game, you got to fake it, whatever you do to make it work, that's what you do to bring people in. Yeah, they'll call you a troublemaker, like, oh, he's a troublemaker. Or the key thing is he's hard to work with because he wants black people. I said, well, then I'm hard to work with. That's how I see it. That's the way I roll, And thank God also, Taylor, thank God I'm like, if I cut my goatee off, they think I'm white representing myself. So sometimes I walk in like I'm representing me. They say, Sinbad here, well, he'll be here next week. And I grow my goatee back so I go and get all the information. It's like the spook who sat by the door. It's a special technique. Next question. Yeah. Yes. I'm hoping because my son, he's in the game. He's a director, editor, producer, writer. My daughter's a singer, writer. My youngest daughter's in Arizona. She's doing her thing. I said, right now, I'm actually kind of being hypocritical because I'm harder on them now. There's some things I should have made y'all do financially. I said, how you take care of yourself, own your own equipment, do this and that. I said, what they say? We're supposed to take care of the generation and the generation behind us. In the Bible, we're supposed to be able to leave something for not just our kids, but our kids' kids, And I love what y'all said in what you were talking about earlier. Our GoFundMe is how we bury people. I'm seeing so many people die and go online. Hey, we started GoFundMe so we could bury my mother. We started GoFundMe. I said, so you're putting that responsibility on other people. I mean, especially if you're getting older, like, man, you at least, I've always respected somebody. Hey, don't worry, when I'm gone, y'all won't have to worry about it. I got something taken care of. I left a little bit for everybody. Back in the day, our parents didn't make no money. But man, they would leave money behind. Like, where'd they get that money from? Where'd they get that money? Because they didn't tell you everything. They didn't show you everything they had because they saved some that had to keep it away from you because you know how to act. So yes, my kids and my kids' kids, that I want them to be well. I'm hoping, I'm thinking that it caught on. And now I said, we got to go back and start, investment groups again. Just like we have book club, reading the book club. Well, why don't we have a wealth club? I love this brother. I gotta get his name. The ones on TV now. He's the black investor, a black wealth builder. He's been talking to everybody on YouTube. He's really hot right now. And I've been saying, listen to this dude. He's talking about what to do with your money right now. What to do with if you got $100, what do you do with $100? Hey, I got $300. I'm gonna show you what to do with $300. I used to love Susie Orman. Susie Orman, her show, she would beat people up. Susie, I want to buy a new car. You can't buy a car. You don't have the money. You can't get a new car. Huh? Why don't you catch the bus? I'm like, damn, Susie, you kind of cold. But she was right. Next question. Man, they've been trying to, I'm giving up on that. We've been trying to do that. They should just let Debbie Allen produce it and direct it. Kids are ready for that. Young people and older people. It was just, I think what scares them is it's so positive and powerful at the same time. See, I had a person tell me, well, it'd be too soft. Man, different world. Talk about AIDS, talking about light skin, dark skin, talking about education. Matter of fact, we had advertisers drop out of the show because we were talking about real issues. So I crack up when somebody tells me that show is too soft. Matter of fact, it's probably too hard. It's probably too positive because it actually, when a black show is uplifting, it's kind of scary to Hollywood because how do you make it uplifting and how do you make it funny at the same time? And we know right now with Bill Cosby, with everything that went on, that breaks my heart and it's a shame. But at the same time, he made sure that show was smart. I wish people could know what he did there instead of what happened now with the women and sexual thing, because that destroys. So you can do something that destroys everything that you stand for, because all the stuff he did, all the smart things he did, now people will never know. They'll never know. You know what? There's two retirements for an entertainer, comedian. There's a retirement where say, this is, I think, the way I'll retire. I'll work when I feel like it. I'll take a project that I like. I'll direct. It's like Clint Eastwood. Does he retire? Clint Eastwood's almost 100 years old. I look at, come on, man. George Burns was almost 100 years old, still doing comedy. I don't think comics retire that way because we can't shut up. I think our wives and our family have to get us out the house. They won't let us retire because we drive everybody crazy. So I don't think I'll ever retire that way. I would just like to know I can retire if I want to because you got the money. There's a difference when you work because you want to, because you better work. Because you don't have to. When you can actually tell somebody no on a high-end gig, because I loved it back in the 90s and everything. When I was out there doing my thing and somebody give me some gig and I said, man, I'm not doing this. Oh, you're going to turn this money down? I said, turned it down. Not going to turn it, turned it down because you know you're going to be all right. So my retirement, you'll probably see me every now and then. But I'll still be out there. Okay, so I want to thank y'all. I want to thank Raymond James. For bringing me on here and giving my financial advice. If you see me in the streets and you need financial advice, I'm out there for you, but I will charge you in the streets. So, this is the last time it's free, because I'm African American, but I think my great-great-grandfather was white. So that side of me will charge you. That's the financial side that will make you pay me. So, thank you so much for letting me do this. I don't ever get up in the morning. Please don't ever make me do this again. Don't ever, I want to do the dinner show. Don't ever have me do the lunch show because I'm tired. Matter of fact, I've been up all night. I ain't go to bed yet. I just came right in this room and jumped on here. That's why I wear my shades, because my eyes are closed. I'm not even up right now. I'm on automatic pilot because I have that gift to be asleep and still be up at the same time. I don't even know what I just said, but I said it.
Man, I love Sinbad. What a great time. Let me tell you what I heard. Let me throw it back to you. I heard get a good tax man.